on this episode of the Loc'D podcast.
We want to give a very special shout out to Ro. He's not going to be on the podcast today because, it's his birthday. And so
we got good basketball at the finals. Your Oklahoma City Thunder are your champions. I mean, y'all finding the weird reasons not to like them.
Especially when a little bit later on during the week, Walter Clayton went to Utah, but Ace didn't travel.
Eventually, the league is going to move back into the center, slowly but surely. Now, there'll be a center too that comes up that has pretty much post game.
Rudy makes that offense go nowhere. I'm just not trying to slander. I'm not trying to slander him, but it's just true.
Fuck. And y'all are still about to lose that game. Y'all almost lost the motherfucker that warmed up with a goddamn basketball on your home goddamn field. Motherfucker, if Jabbar Kurtz was still on that damn defense, along with Fletcher Cox and whoever else that played in that damn, goddamn forbid if Richie White saw that shit. That shit would have been over with.
Tracy Mcgrady had said that he could win with a championship with Shaq.
Motherfucker, I sat there and listened to the I sat here and listened to the NBA media talk about how the Suns were going to win a damn championship every goddamn season after Steve Nash won the fucking MVPs. Knowing damn well he couldn't even get past your boy or the Spurs.
Loc'D podcast, man. It's been a long couple weeks. I'm sorry for not posting. I keep doing stuff and having stuff in the way, but again, I hope y'all enjoy this one. It's a long one. Y'all make sure to subscribe, like, and share, and hit the bell for more. And let us know what you want us to talk about next. Again, with that being said, hopefully y'all enjoy the video.
Hope y'all doing good. It's been 2 weeks, man. It's been a long journey between a lot of stuff like vacations and some people working and stuff like that, man. It's just been a lot of stuff, we apologize again for separating, but sometimes we just got things we gotta do, and it just happens like that. So we appreciate y'all for sticking with us, for just encouraging us throughout the week. Some people been walking up to me just talking about it, saying like that they enjoy the podcast and stuff like that recently. I actually had a lady walk up to me today saying like she wants to learn how to do podcasting from me, and I was just like, that's cool. So that being said, appreciate y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoy. We want to give a very special shout out to Ro. He's not gonna be on the podcast today because it's his birthday, and so that being said, or the date of being the 30th, it's gonna be past his birthday when y'all see this, but
happy birthday, you old bastard.
Happy birthday to the co-host, man.
You only get 30 from here.
Yeah, you right. But man, yeah, man.
I call me old and OG. I ain't forget about all this shit. Oh no, all y'all some old bastards right now.
Right, but with that being said, man, again, happy birthday, Ro. We appreciate you for doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate this day when you celebrate the day, man. Again, just continue to be you. Don't change for anybody else, man. For sure. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff. OG, what you got for us? I know you're eating some stuff. Yeah, almost.
What we got in store for the podcast today, obviously we missed almost damn near 2 weeks, so we got a new NBA champion in the Oklahoma City Thunder. We're also going to talk about the NBA draft and the free agency because that went on. And then we'll mix in some NFL topics that happened over the time span that we've been gone. Like, the Steelers' recent trade and then anything else that we might have missed. The last thing we'll do, we're talking about the Kobe and the Tracy Mcgrady conversation. I'm going to ask the question is it really disrespect? Like people make it out to be? Or people just want to make videos because, summer content for the NBA gets a little bit, well, to me, you got enough content. But there's only really one channel that breaks down something that really breaks down basketball. So what we got is a bunch of hot topics now. And the hot topic of that right now is what Tracy Mcgrady says. So we'll talk about all that That's pretty much it.
All right. So with that being said, again, hope y'all doing good, man. Y'all make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Again, we're trying to be consistent, but we got a lot of things going on with ourselves, between ourselves too. Not gonna, talk about myself too much, but I was on vacation with somebody. Not gonna mention names, trying to keep it kind of clear, trying to keep it secretive and all that. Again, Roland, he has a birthday, so like we told him we got it. Speaking of Ro, he's on here right now. We told him we told him that he got it. That we got it. I'm lagging a little bit, the guys. Yes, sir. And then
22-year-old piece of shit. Go get your fucking pace walker, old bastard. Probably drinking cranberry juice right now. Watch this. What's wrong with you, man? Old ass.
And you know what I'm saying, we told Ro basically not to worry about it. It's his birthday, so he can do whatever he wants to. And then OG, he be working every now and then, like consistently nonstop, like 8 days in a row. So we don't want to be having the guys like tired out and talking about these type of stuff. I'm gonna flip your hat. But we don't want the guys to be tired out and feel like, they have to do the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to force people to do stuff. I'm not that type of person. So, again, let's get started. So, OKC, they won a championship about 2 weeks ago, man. They beat it felt like 2 weeks ago.
Probably is.
Man, they beat the
Pacers.
They beat the Pacers, I think 4-2. Was it 4-2 or 4-3?
No, game 7, dude.
Yeah, it's 4-3. My bad. They beat the Pacers 4-3. I ain't gonna lie, I don't remember the score, but Shea won the MVP, the Finals MVP for that. Again, it was expected. It was either going to be out of Cleveland or OKC this year. And I felt like it was just hard when Haliburton got hurt. When he tore his ACL, it felt like that game was going to be real close until Haliburton got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, though, it was kind of crazy that that offense still played with OKC until the second half of the game, for real. Because you would have thought with Haliburton being hurt, like it would have kind of just had to have smoked, throughout the game. But it took the second half for OKC to push through. Then again, what I'm saying, this is kind of off topic, but me and OG talk about this a lot. It's crazy, as crazy as this may sound. It's crazy how Shea got talked about 3 years ago as the dude who would have fixed the Clippers organization, right?
Well, more like 3 years ago. He wasn't. Well, nobody really saw what Shea was going to be like, right? Nobody guessed this what he was going to be like. I remember I was talking to my boy a couple of years back in Columbia. We playing on the park. He asked me who our favorite player is. I said, man, I just like Shea. I always like Shea game, man. It came different. Obviously, it was like the year he went to OKC, right? So nobody really expecting Shea to be what he is. But I knew that OKC was going to be something special with all those draft picks they accumulated, right? And just to say my piece on, OKC winning the championship, I think we saw some really good basketball. Rick Carlisle has a way of winning championships with underdog teams they didn't expect it, a la Dallas in 2011 against the Miami Heat. So, if Haliburton didn't win down, who knows how that game would go. I already made the decision, like, I had no problem whoever won the championship, whether it was the Pacers or the OKC, I was going to be that. Sad that Tyrese Haliburton went down like that, but we already knew that was a risk when they said he was already playing on like a calf strain anyway. Because we talked about it before, D, over the phone, and I think with Ro, you said, you playing on a calf strain and you playing this intense, man, I don't know. Might come back to bite you in the ass when it did, but I get it. It's the championship games, man. You never know if he can go back. or if you will come back. So it's like, I get it. And yeah, the narrative was just about Shea, how they treated him now, man. It's just like, I already told you where that comes from. They favorite boy, for some reason, they wanted to win MVP every year. Kind of like weird fans where they wanted LeBron to win MVP every year. And I'm like, bro, at this point, the damn award don't mean shit anymore. But it's just like, I get what you're saying, D. I think we already talked about the podcast before where we're just saying.
Yeah, we did. I think so.
You were just saying that, where I brought it up before, that the narrative of Shea has changed, where this is this player that we thought was considering MVP consideration even 2 years ago, not just last season. 2 years ago, now free throw merchant and all that. I already explained it. Like 2022, 2023 season, Shea was averaging 10 free throws. He is down to 8 because of the rise of Jalen Williams, who also gets to the free throw line. All right. So it's just like, we already know it was a lazy ass narrative anyway, man. It just came from the fact that their favorite boy didn't get the MVP, so they want to whine and cry about it. So what it is. We got good basketball at the finals. Your Oklahoma City Thunder are your champions. I mean, y'all finding the weird reasons not to like them. Oh man, they don't even know how to open champagne bottles. Yeah, they're young. Yeah, Jalen Green, you telling me this is Jalen Green's first drink? Yeah, it is, man. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong with that? I like this team. I don't know why. I like this Oklahoma City team. I do hope that they get like a little graphic t-shirt, like back in the days where it had all the players' heads as fat heads on them. You bring that back, and then OKC would be the perfect fit for it. And the parade wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm. It was not actually. In fact, Jalen Williams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude gave a stone cold impression, like, on there, bro. He had people saying what and all that, bro. I was just like, yeah, this is cool. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, man, you know what I'm saying? This how the season was, you know, we didn't know who was gonna win it, because not every team, but most teams have very talented teams. But with that being said, you know, OKC just came out on top, man. You know, now we're going to free agency, and actually it starts at 6:00 today on the 30th. So, just to clarify, we'll talk about that in a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and advance to talking about the draft. So, y'all know the first 3 players that got drafted, they were going to get drafted, right? So we got Cooper Flag going number 1. We got Dylan Harper going number 2, and we got BJ Edgecombe going number 3.
Yep.
Now, the topic of the draft though was mainly, as much as it was talked about Ace Bailey. Not Ace Bailey. It was Ace Bailey that was talked about, but the topic mainly was about Cooper Flag getting drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing was when Cooper Flag got drafted to Utah, right? And
Ace Bailey.
Yeah, Ace Bailey. My bad.
Yeah,
Ace Bailey got drafted to Utah. My bad. I'm thinking too fast. And the whole week, and I was one of the people too, and I realized the OG had to correct me. The whole thing was when Ace Bailey got drafted, he made a face looking like he didn't want to go to Utah. So that was the narrative that was coming out of the draft. Especially when a little bit later on during the week, Walter Clayton went to Utah, but Ace didn't travel with him. And so it was just a bunch of narratives that was coming out saying that Ace doesn't want to play for Utah. There was even talks about Utah potentially cutting him, and that like teams like the Lakers and all these other teams is going to go after him, which we know it's not true, because, you know, why would you cut a rookie? Why would you waste a draft pick just to cut him, right? I'll say this, and this is in my opinion. We know now he's in Utah. He's at Utah, so all he has to do is just do the work. You know, he has to just he just have to, you know, prove to people, you know, prove to the media that he's there to play basketball with Utah. honestly, as I overreacted too, it just felt crazy at first because outside looking in, you're like, bro, like why are you doing all this? And you know, we all know Utah ain't the best team to go to, right? But at the end of the day, like it's still the team you got drafted to, so go ahead and go, right? But it looks like now he's really wanting to be there. You know, he's been wanting to be there, but it's like now he's showing the effort. You know.
Let me kind of say my piece about it. D, you don't mind?
Yeah.
All right, so let me kind of get to it to give you context of what D is kind of talking about, right? So in the draft class, obviously everybody got individual workouts and whatnot, and I really wasn't reported who did workouts with who. Maybe it was if you were following, if you're an avid fan of these, if you're an average college fan or average basketball fan, you might know who did individual workouts with who and who didn't. I imagine a lot of the boys didn't do individual workouts with every team, right? That just happens every draft, especially now. So Ace declined to do no draft invitations workouts anyway. You know, I was telling D, I said, look, D, that's just the move now. I mean, need to set up your position and like a top 5 lottery pick to get them number, and you already get it drafted off potential. There's really no need to do invitation. They're gonna draft you. Drafted me off potential. What is there to show? I'll be there when I be there. So I understood the move. You know, to some people that rubbed the wrong way, but in my opinion, people just wanted something to complain about, and which was also the damn narrative of this draft too. I'm gonna get to that because I ain't gonna lie, NBA fans just getting a little bit too damn disrespectful. So whenever it gets to the point where one of these NBA players slap you, I'm all for it. But it was more like you know, Ace Bailey was being smart, and then when the draft day finally came, I think it was like Utah and Wizards on the clock between 5 and 6 or wherever he kind of got picked at 6 and 7, right? And I said, telling my dad, I said, whoever is right here, it is Utah or the Wizards are going to get Ace Bailey. But I said Utah was in front of them, more than likely Utah. Utah gets him, he got the face like, maybe he not want to be there, maybe not. I don't know. Really don't care, to be honest with you either. But it's like, I was just telling D that, look, there's no reason to kind of jump on a plane now as soon as you get off from being drafted and taking the presser picks. If I'm with him, he's like, hold on, let me bring my parents with me. You know, bring my parents with me. More than likely, I told you that was more the biggest thing too, because when he got to Utah, you saw his parents in the pick as well. His mom and his dad was in the pick. It was like, it was smart. And obviously he was all asked on the presser about it, and he answered it well enough, if you ask me. So anyway, I mean, some people are going to make a big deal about the fact that the reporter was fishing, but I mean, this is just a part of their job, and that boy has to see some adversity. I mean, they get paid millions. They'll be all right. And part of life is going through adversity and whatnot and bouncing back from it. So you can't keep babying these players all the way. He'll be all right. Now, the narrative also was about the draft is just the fact that a lot of you, I mean, I can kind of get it. Maybe you say, oh man, the NBA is getting a little bit nepotism, where the fact that a lot of these boys all come from damn preparatory schools, damn got dads that played in the NBA and whatnot, and you saying the most disrespectful thing I saw on Instagram was saying that the whole draft looked like some dykes. And I was like, damn, that's some disrespectful shit.
Oh yeah, so I saw that. I saw something of the sort like that too. And it was like all it looked like some pressy boys, or whatever they call it.
They call them back straight up.
It's like, dog.
Disrespectful. And then I ain't gonna lie, my boy, I forgot who. Light skin mixed. To be honest with you, they all kind of mixed. But he was wearing like a gown that his mother and sister made, man, and you know they called him all sorts of feminine and whatnot. But it's just like, all right, whatever. And it is what it is. All right, y'all don't like this, but it gets to the point where I'm just like, look, if you don't like the current today's product, I don't know what to tell you, man. But the times of Kevin Durant and Steph Curry and LeBron, 2016 has been over for 9 years, B. Right, almost what? No, 7 years, D.
Yeah.
Suddenly, 9 years. I was like, you that shit in the past. They ain't gonna be here forever.
Yeah, you right.
You gotta. I know y'all boys like people that you want to wave your pom poms for and whatnot, and you can't get with these cats because I can't identify with them. Like, who the hell? You a grown ass man. What the hell you doing to identify with a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds, dog? I don't know what to tell you. It's weird. Just let it go. So my thing is the fact that new generation of basketball is here. I think this draft class is going to be real good. They hyping up pretty much the first matchup in the summer league is Cooper Flag
Versus
and
Bronny.
James. Yeah.
Yep.
So for now, we'll get the buzz for one day before people just kind of go back to doing what they want to do. But I think the league's just in a good place, man. With OKC winning the championship in this draft class, I think the league's in a good place. So that's my statement on the draft, and also the fact that there was a lot of centers picked in this draft. A lot. Yep. I already tell you that. So me and my dad had a hypothesis: the fact that look, eventually the league is going to move back into the center, slowly but surely. Now there'll be a center too that comes up that has pretty much post game, right? And we might get back to that too, but we'll see. I think it's going to happen, but we already seeing a move towards bringing the center back. And then this draft class just kind of proves it, and everybody's trying to get a young center right now. And other than that, I think the league's just kind of in good hands. But I'll let you go ahead and say your piece, D.
Real quick. Hey, Yasmin. How you doing? Seriously, though, I think that the next question would be now, like, outside of Cooper Flag, who do you think is going to impress you the most out of the picks?
Mamouche. I think Mamouche is the most... I think Mamouche, just because of his defensive presence from Phoenix, eventually he'll start. We'll see. I don't know where Mark Williams is at right now with his injury and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I do know Mamouche is ready to play right now, and he's not asking to do too much but some dirty work, grabbing reboards, putting it back, blocking shots. That's what I'm going to be most impressed by. He won't win Rookie of the Year just because he won't put up the offense production. But he'll impress you just for his defensive presence and whatnot. So that's going to be somebody I'm watching. I think Fierce is going to be real good too. He's going to be the most offensive ready, especially to the fact that him and DJ and him and Queen are teaming up in Pelicans together, man. Too. I think more than likely it's going to be between. I want to say. Because Edgecombe got potential, but he's going to develop. But I think the rookies that's going to make the most impact for me outside right now is Harper, right? Second pick. Pierce with the Pelicans, and also my man Derek Queen as well too.
About to say those are probably my main three as well. Because honestly, I like to see how Queen play in that offense versus with Zion for real.
Yeah.
That's just kind of like the thing I kind of want to know.
Yeah, I want to see what that game looks like. I also Thomas Sober from Georgetown with OKC. Me personally, if I was this coach, I'd be like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, Hartenstein, the only thing Hartenstein got in you was just experience, man. You telling me you can't do the same thing with him? Like, I'm just breaking down film to him and telling him, like, you can do this. And, just building him up and whatnot. And I'm like, you can do this and more. So I am interested to see how Thomas Sober fits into OKC, because I know OKC wanted to get a center. And I think Thomas Sober is a good player, too. And I think just him going to OKC is just a good fit. But,
You told me about that about him in when I was with Yasmin. You said that like you think this dude could really be something special in the league, and I was like, yeah,
Queen can most definitely. I think I like all the centers in this draft class, man. I think they all could be really good players. I think I'm just more interested with Queen got the most potential out of all of them.
I feel that.
He just got to get. He got some boogie in this game, man. Like, he got some boogie in this game.
Right. Yeah, he's quick. But he's quick. So, yeah. that's gonna be something we're gonna have to see, I guess, in the isn't it like late September they start basketball again in the NBA, or is it October?
Yeah, it's like late September, like you said, when the NBA season starts. But you can see them boys in Summer League, which is just next month, like a couple of days from now, July, about the 4th, the 5th, 3rd, and 5th. But you'll see them pretty much all through July up until like mid-July. Summer League.
And y'all know we'll pay attention to that too. So we'll talk about it eventually as well.
Oh, my bad. But one rookie that I do like, right? I really want Orlando to pick him, but I said Ego from BYU, point guard, right? I think Eagle's like basically 6. Let me see. I want to make sure I get his height right. Let me make sure I get his height right. But Eagle is almost like 6'6", 6'7", and he plays the point. And he's a real Igor Demit. He just went to Brooklyn.
Yeah. Speaking of Brooklyn,
6'6", 6'7" point guard. I like his style. Playmaker, fine passes. Also daring with his passes too. So he's gonna take his chances. Might come with turnovers, but I trust his eyes. I trust his eyes and his basketball IQ. Only thing he has to develop is a shot in the NBA, and he'll be all right. But I also like him as well too. I think you'll see him on some highlight reels for real, just with some of his passes.
But speaking of Brooklyn, real quick, they drafted 4 guards. You said, right? They drafted 4 guards in the first round.
No, what I was saying was Brooklyn didn't draft. Brooklyn had like 4 picks almost in the first round, remember? But they grabbed like, let's say 3 guards in the 4th. They grabbed like 3 guards in the 4th. I'm not too familiar with all of them, other than like the first 2 picks where Igor 6'6" and whatnot, and then the kid from France.
Yeah.
I'm only familiar with Igor. I'm not too sure about the rest of them, to be honest with you. But I don't know. They listed as guards. One could be, Igor's a point. Torrance could be a 2 or a 3, and that other kid could be like a 3 or a 4. So I don't know. I don't know too much where I can comment on it. I think you mixed statements. I said, people were upset that Ace Bailey was showing like he really didn't want to be drafted there. And I told you that Ricky Rubio did the same thing back in 2009 with the Timberwolves, right? Because the Timberwolves sat there and picked 3 guards in the first round. That's what you mistaken as.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Because the Timberwolves picked Ty Law, and I'm not even sure how the hell Minnesota lost Ty Law, but Ty Law ended up in Denver. Ricky Rubio basically sat out for almost 2 years from the league and just played in Spain and said, I'm not going to the Timberwolves. But they still had his contract rates. So Johnny Flynn was pretty much left out of that. So It's just like, you can't call Ace Bailey whiner and all this and that. Well, you a damn hypocrite if you didn't feel like, and you know how these motherfuckers like to use their damn quotation mark words where European players are just a little bit more appreciative. And Ricky Rubio sat there and didn't want to play for the league for 2 years because he didn't want to play for the Timberwolves. Went right back to Spain. Right. So that's what I was talking about.
Okay. Well, that was the draft. Second round. Lakers, I'm just gonna be real. We got RJ Davis. We got Angel Reese's brother on our team now. We'll see how the boys play at Summer League. I'm gonna be honest. I think that I just gotta see it. Lakers didn't have a first round pick this year, so it's not a big deal. It's not anything bad. But I really wish we got one of those centers in that first round. Honestly. That would have been something for real if we had one of those centers.
Yeah, too bad you only had a first round pick and who knows how.
Yeah, you're right. But in other news, since we're talking about free agency, or since the NBA free agency starts in, let me look at what time. It starts now.
The moves have already been made.
I'm just
saying some moves have already been made.
Yeah, some moves have already been made. First things first, we want to talk about this because OG is wearing the hat, and me and OG and the Row had this conversation on yesterday and the day before. So Nasri got signed to a 5-year deal worth $122 or $25 million, right? And then Julius Randle just got signed to like a 3-year, $100 million deal with the Timberwolves, right? But we had this conversation because we felt like it doesn't feel right for Nas to be still a 6-man when he get paid that much. Or that's how I feel personally. Huh?
No, I feel the same way.
So with that being said, the conversation comes in and we feel like, I had asked them a question. I basically asked, what do they do with Nas Reed? Because with that being said, when you're getting paid more than the guy that's actually starting, you would assume that the guy that's getting paid more will actually start over the guy that's not getting paid more than the other guy or the starter, right? So personally, I'm gonna go ahead and start it off. I feel like Nas should be a starter in the Timberwolves offense, right? He has the potential. He's not a 6-man no more. I'm gonna clarify that right now. Stop calling him a 6-man. Just because he won it doesn't mean he's a 6-man. Not no more. He could go anywhere and average like at least 20, I think, personally.
I think so too.
So honestly, Nasri being a 6-man in an offense that has, I'm just gonna be real. One big liability on offense, and this is no disrespect, but it's just true.
Yeah.
Rudy makes that offense go nowhere. I'm not trying to slander him, but it's just true. When you have a center that can't score and all he does is defense, where can you go with that? I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say it like this. When you got centers like, at least, and I'm not gonna call Jokic, I'm not gonna say Joel Embiid. You got young centers like at least Walker Kessler, and I know this ain't playoff team, but he can at least score and play defense, right? You got other cats like
who was around the same age as probably Gobert too, or a little bit younger. Who?
Right.
Just every center you kind of think of, and then in the league, and then it's just like you look at Rudy. It's just like the defense that y'all trying to sell me on. It's like, nah, man, we watched the game against the Lakers. Really don't count because they didn't really have like a paint presence in the game for Rudy to defend, right?
Right.
So, I mean, and then even then, he only had really one good game. So it's just like when he starts running in to like Hartenstein or placed in the second round, or whoever the hell Golden State probably put out against him, he's out here struggling. You think Golden State's another team that didn't really have a center? He's out here struggling with them. Now, Draymond's a great defender. I'll give him that. But he's out here, but he's the tallest dude on the court, and this man can't even catch a pass or even put a putback back, man. It's just, man, before I get to my point, I'm going to let defense though.
So, with that being said, Rudy not being a scorer, right? And then Julius, like, he's getting older. I told OG and them that he could play small forward, and he was like, they tried that. I didn't even know that they tried they tried him playing small forward.
Yeah, they try to play Nas Reed as small forward in the playoffs against OKC. You know, him and Randall was on the floor together. It worked.
So I mean, like, what do you do? I would have thought, before he got signed to that 3-year deal, I was like, well, he's a free agent, so you know they might trade him or they might do something with him, right? To where it's like you can have Nas Reed actually starting on your team. They just re-signed him. They just was like, bro, we need to keep Julius Randle, and I honestly don't know why. Don't know why.
Well, I'll tell you why. What they did was pretty much just like this is what scared GMs do, right? You know, you go to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row. You already made a big trade last year with Cat, right? And then you got the exchange for Randall, right? So you got Randall in that contract year where he could almost, probably would have been next year, he would have been a restricted free agent, right? So what you do is you do scary tactics like, well, let's sign Randall up for one more year before he goes to his option, right? So therefore, they said, we signed Nas, who's only 25, I think, probably the same age as me. I think Nas was only 25. Therefore, we signed Nas for 25 all the way up till he's 30. Just in case we know we want to shop Randall or if Randall gets hurt in the middle of the season. And then basically Randall being the safety blanket. But when you do something like that, I'm talking about scare tactics, man, because I think they could have got something of a better home or something younger just by trading Randall to somewhere else. But to them, this is just more like a security blanket because they said, well, let's keep the same team and see if it gets us the same results that it did last year in the West. And I really don't think that's going to be the case because I get it. The East is going to have more movement and traction up forward with young teams stepping up than the West. But it's also the fact that to me, it's just like with Randall and there's really not a connection. It's more like your turn, my turn ball. And Wolf's offense is already stagnant enough. So it's just like, to me, it's like what they did to Lou Williams in a small way, but it's different. But it's like Lou is ready to damn start just like Nas was, but instead of Allen Iverson coming in, you signed up Julius Randle, right? You signed up Julius Randle for another year. You already know these boys can't play on the floor with each other, and then you just kind of got Rudy taking up space. So it's just like you're basically stalling out his growth, basically. And Nas already had to fight in this league with him being undrafted and winning Sixth Man of the Year. Now, the natural progression is for him to start. And I think him and Ant will probably have a better connection on the pick and roll than him and Randall. Because I know Nas Reed will still do the pick and roll. We've seen him. He'll catch a lot for Ant and whatnot. And he'll run the pick and roll with him. You ain't going to get that with Randall. Randall got two ways he's going to score. I'm going to get in the post or I'm going to shoot a three. And then maybe I might do a dribble pull-up sometimes, man. But that's it. It's just like, I really don't understand it. It did seem like a very scary move. Of course, they signed up McDaniels. I don't know. I think they still got DiVincenzo maybe in for one more year. So basically, they just said, let's keep the same unit and rock out. To me, that's scary shit. So to me, I really don't see Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota's going to pretty much stay in playoff limbo. That's kind of pretty much it. So, yeah. So my thing is, like, you can't really count out in your division where you play with OKC, Thunder, the Grizzlies 5 times a damn game. You can't really count them out, too. Sure, Nuggets might take a back seat, but the Grizzlies might retool. There's somebody that always keeps the young talent ready. So it's just like, I just wanted the Timberwolves to get younger, but they do got something promising off that bitch. I forgot my man's name. That's going, that was like a small forward in the playoff game.
Terrence Shannon.
Yeah, Terrence Shannon is promising and whatnot. So we'll see what the Terrence Shannon kind of looks like with a full year under his belt, get us some decent minutes. Looks like he's ready, but it means just gonna be the same results.
I got you. Another free agency think trade happened. We're gonna talk about this just shortly. Colin Sexton got traded to the Charlotte Hornets for Yusuf Nurkic. Don't get on me. I don't know a lot of these things from the top of my head, but he got basically traded for the Yusuf Nurkic.
Second round.
In the second round. Okay. So it's a good trade. It's a good trade for the Hornets. They got them a guy that's actually want to push it. You know. What's that?
They got somebody that can play the point. Basically.
Yeah, you know. With that being said, I'm laughing because he knows what I'm laughing at. Look at the group chat. With that being said, you're trading a guy that, you know.
It's a whatever trade, to be honest with you, man. This is just like, what the fuck ever, goddamn it. All right, the Hornets got Colin Sexton. I like that. That's a good move for them. We'll see what the Hornets else got to do. They got more problems than just a point guard situation, man. Right now, they're in the damn stage where, hey, where are these boys at when it comes to development timeline, man? They should be ready by now. Well, not ready by now, but also they should be someone looking like what Detroit looked like last year. You know?
Right.
Get close to the play-in and then make a jump next season. We'll see what what's my man from Alabama again?
Is it the point guard?
Nah, man. My man from Alabama. Bro, let me out here. It's my boy from Alabama. Yeah, because me, him, and Ace Bailey are kind of the same when it came to potential.
Yeah, I don't know from the top of my head. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, Go ahead.
But yeah, that's a good trade for Charlotte. You know, they get a younger talent to trade an older talent. That being said, also some other news. You know, some players had got their like options released or options declined, and so some people are free agents. A few examples. For right now, what I know, D'Angelo Russell may go to the Dallas Mavericks. What I know, we got DeAndre Ayton being a free agent right now. We'll see what he does. You know, honestly, and I'm not going to be that type of cat to say that he should go to the Lakers. I wanted to say it yesterday, but I'm like, if we do that, then it's kind of going to be a liability on defense. So it wouldn't matter much, right? We got
I was thinking about Brandon Miller.
Oh yeah, my bad. I should have known that. Yeah, that's gonna be a good team. I mean, that's good offensively.
Yeah, we'll see. So they've been collecting draft picks all this time. Still can't figure it out, but
we got Trey Mann. That's another guy that I felt like Charlotte should have kept because he was good. He was good with Charlotte.
Trey Mann's still here.
Huh?
Trey Mann's still on the team.
Oh, he is? Did he resign? Apparently, I thought he got declined. He got his option declined.
Oh, good. Might be right. No, you know, I don't pay attention to Charlotte though. My thing is we did miss out on the Cavaliers. You know,
yeah,
Cavaliers.
They traded for Lonzo Ball. They traded Lonzo Ball to the Cavs for Isaac Okoro.
Yep.
Man, I told I'm not gonna fake what I said. You know, from what I said in the group chat. Be real. I said that I felt like, what's the point? I said that, but then as OG kind of told me like what's the point behind it, I was like, yeah, that makes more sense. So, I think honestly now, with that being said, like I think it's kind of a good pickup. You can have a backup point guard playing your secondary position or with the second role. You know what I'm saying? He has experience. When healthy, he can give you a good 15. It's just he's been fighting these injuries this whole time. A lot of people tend to forget that he has played good defense over the years that he's been healthy. So you got to realize that, you know, if he's healthy this season, I'm not gonna say he's gonna go back to what he was, but he can still produce. So I feel like with that being said, Okoro, you know, he was supposed to be somebody that was supposed to be like one of the players on the Cavs and real good.
I'll say it. So. My bad, I don't mean to interrupt you, D.
No, you did.
But I guess, Okoro was looked at as a offensive. Okoro was looked at as a piece to do more, to be 3-and-D. That's what they thought Okoro was job to be. But he really didn't hit the three as good as Ty Jerome for the Cavs. But Ty Jerome ain't kind of big enough to kind of play defense on the wing, man. They saw what you saw. I mean, you saw what Haliburton did to them. But so it's like, I get it. Isaac Okoro for Chicago to get the backup point guard piece that they did need it because they always did say that between Mitchell and Garland, they're too small in the backcourt on defense, and I get it. Plus that second unit when they went against the Pacers, we saw that the fact they could not score for the life of them. And, you know, Donovan had to have the ball in his hands just to create something, but all it is just pick and rolls. It ain't too hard to defend. It ain't too hard to defend when it's 1-on-5. So that's what happened. Now, Donovan Mitchell's a phenomenal goddamn player, man. So he's going to get his way at times, man. But now with Lonzo Ball, he got to get that second
unit movement because that second unit has potential. Somebody that's pretty much a point guard can run the offense. Maybe we'll see if he gets in there. We might try some lineups with him playing with Mobley and Allen to see what they can do. And then, like we said, when Ball is healthy, and which is pretty much going to be the key here, but also that's the reason why the trade happens. I mean, really, Ball really has like 1 year left. So they keep that contract incentive like that. So he still has an opt-out year after this year. But if he stays healthy and if he can prove that he's like a piece that can bring production, I mean, that's pretty much what the Cavs kind of needed the most. And then I think the Cavs is our team that don't really need to make too much moves to kind of get back or to win the East, and they'll be all right. So hopefully, I told D, I think with this knee injury that Ball got, I think he rehabbed it long enough where we don't got to worry about many serious injuries, just maybe some nagging stuff, like, some knee soreness, maybe some nights. But I imagine they're going to have him on like a low management type of deal when it comes to the games or whatnot. And we'll see. I like the move. I think that this last half of Ball's career will basically kind of just settle that, hey, this is not living up to the potential he's supposed to be, but this is supposed to be the player that now we can see what he can actually do, right? And then he'll still be in like championship, and now he's in a team that's actually with the will to compete. So I like the move.
I got you. So I know OG, look it up for me real quick. Look up the free agency real quick right now, because it's been 44 minutes. So see some stuff going on. As I say that, again, appreciate y'all watching so much. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have to be as supportive as y'all do, man. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Again, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. We're gonna be trying to be consistent, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of stuff to talk about for sure. Like on these next couple of days, you never know what goes on with the time. And again, just hopefully y'all enjoy it, man.
All right. So so what happened so far? My dad thought that Jaren Jackson was a little bit upset with where the Grizzlies were going in their future, but he's just had an extension for 5 years, $240 million.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
So almost the damn near max. I mean, I like it. I think Jaren, man. Hey man, I don't know how Jaren feels, but I do feel as if like, hey man, the only thing you need to add to the game is just your physicality, man. That's it. Just get some boards, get like 2 post moves, a go-to, another move, and then a counter, really just 3, and you'll be all right. And then I think your game was all right. I think, and then maybe just you're a little bit tall for a dribble pull-up, so I don't know. But I think that's just the only thing that needs to round out Jaren Jackson's game, right? Mm-hmm. Let's see. The Clippers signed Batum. I don't know why, whatever. The Clippers refused to get Young. So
well,
there's that.
He declined his option. I guess they was like, bro, we was gonna resign you to a different deal.
I guess so. Joe Ingles got a 1 year with Minnesota Timberwolves, whatever. Not too much happened. Garrett Temple, Toronto. Harden resigned again. Bobby Portis resigned. Jalen Williams for the OKC Thunder, the light-skinned one, resigned. And then, that's pretty much it what happened today.
Okay. Yeah, the fantasy is 3 days, isn't it? Like 3 days worth.
All the way to the end of trade deadline, you can still you can still sign people. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, technically, it only ends because all the top players are out. All the top players are usually signed by when the season starts, right? But technically, you can still sign people up until the trade deadline.
Well, that's in 5 years.
I might mess that up. Thing is, the trade deadline is in the name. Trade deadline. You can make trades up until that point. I think you can still sign whoever's left in free agency through the whole season, maybe up until a certain point. But
right, great. It just had me thinking 5 years for Jaren Jackson.
240, yeah.
240, yeah. The league is evolving. Money-wise, the league is evolving, man.
I mean, look, TV viewership is not how you view revenue no more, man. This shit, the apparel, is one.
ticket sales are always going to maintain high, and they already get away from it, and they already get away with it by selling tickets at an extreme, outrageous price, right? At NBA games, and they still got good attendance. Then you got the international game, which pretty much is another damn market. So whenever eventually the NBA is going to increase the over national games, the international games up too. So that's another revenue because that's pretty much like a spectacle. And then like a whole lot of other stuff that they do, like, you know, partnering with tech companies and other advertisements that the NBA gets. They're not like like, you know, I already told you I don't care because I'm a basketball fan. But if you're just talking about the money potential that the NBA makes, yeah, it is very high. There's nothing to be worried about. The money is coming.
Right, for sure.
You can't just go off of damn TV contracts and watch and TV ratings determined about how much things you do. It ain't 1985 no more, goddammit.
You're right. All right. With that being said, so that's free agency. OG, what was the next topic?
The next topic was talking about NFL free agency. So,
Okay,
not free agency, but the moves that the NFL made. Free agency was already over, but like I said, technically you can still get signed in the NFL, but we all forgot because nothing really happened. So, go ahead, do take it.
Nothing really happened until today. Today, the Pittsburgh Steelers have made a. I'm not gonna say crazy, but it was crazy to me because I thought it was just only Jonnu for Jalen Ramsey. To clarify, they traded Jonnu Smith, Jalen Ramsey, and a 7th round pick to the Miami Dolphins.
My bad, 5th round pick.
In a 5th round pick from the Dolphins to the Dolphins for.
My bad, I want to get this right. I think Pittsburgh gave a 5th round pick and Minka Fitzpatrick for Ramsey and Jonnu Smith. There you go.
A 7th round pick.
5th.
Oh, 5th. Bro, if I'm the Steelers, hey, as a Ravens fan, I'm like, cool, whatever, right? But as a Steelers, like if I'm a Steelers fan, you know, in the comment section, let us know how you feel because honestly, some of y'all love it. From when I was reading comments, some of y'all love it, and some of y'all were just like, we should have kept Minka. All right. Personally speaking, y'all should have kept Minka because he's still a good safety. He's only 28. You know, he still has a lot of time left. You get an aging corner, and Jalen Ramsey. No disrespect to him. He's been a corner. He's been locked down for the last 6 years. But with that being said, he's aging, right? Ramsey's been injured, getting into injuries recently. You know what I'm saying? You got Slayer on the other side who's like 33, right? He's like 33, 34. Right?
He's up there. That's all I know.
So it's like, bro, I would have kept the young guy. I could have traded at least. And like I said, I know. What would you trade? What type of picks would you trade for Minka? What would you trade for Ramsey and stuff like that? But man, that's just fleece. You just fleeced the Dolphins. You just fleeced the Steelers.
Yeah,
I got Minka. I got my free safety back after 4 years, 4 or 5 years, and all I had to do was just get Ramsey and Jonnu Smith,
and you get a 7th round
and a 7th round pick or a 5th round pick, and just give it to them just to get my free safety back that draft.
So it was both. It's like Steelers gave away a 5th round pick, and then the Dolphins gave away a 7th. So to me, it's really a nothing deal, man. It ain't really moving the needle or nothing. Somebody said it. I don't know. I think the Steelers are trying to accumulate all the best Super Bowl team from like 2019. I said shit. Farther back then, I think in 2016, this team would have been team for real.
Yeah, that team would have been stacked. And somehow, some way, they would have to pay those 4 players. Rodgers, they would have to pay Rodgers. They would have to pay Slade. They would have to pay DK, and they would have to play Ramsey.
Let's just say Watt was who he was in year. I think Watt was what? I don't even think Watt was in the league yet. Really yet. But in 2016. But let's just say whatever. Yeah, man, it's just a nothing deal, man. It really isn't. Even for the Dolphins, I think
the offense is pretty cool. I mean, you get Mika back. I think, like you said, Mika can still play out good. Still got some good years in him, man. I don't know what people are tripping about, man. You can have one down season. I don't know why the hell y'all live by PFF like by the goddamn grave and shit. Like that shit is look. You can't go by PFF because PFF doesn't know every defensive audibles, adjustments, or responsibilities or roles of the defense, man. So how they curve a grade is just how they interpret their styles of defense from talking to coaches that is within, basically within their organization or whatever else that they kind of base it off of. Most of the time they don't know. They just only braid off their curve. So it's just like, I don't take PFF as a damn measurement as, like it's biblical. I got no problem if y'all using it or whatnot to gauge, but I feel like there's a lot of talking out your ass because PFF will sit here and rate some jackass that's damn the fucking second string roster guy that started the last fucking 6 games, and then this PFF grade was good, and then next year he gets fucking damn routed the fuck out of it. Like they did with Anthony Harris. I ain't got time for y'all ass, man. Shut up, dog.
Bro, I was on that train though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When Anthony Harris had that 6-pick season, I was like, bruh, I mean, AOG, bro, Anthony Harris about to be real good.
I said, yeah, all right.
But yeah, man, I honestly, y'all let us know in the comments, man, how y'all feel about that Mika trade. I honestly had me fooled when I saw it, bro. I was like thinking, well, John got traded to the Steelers. Oh, that's good. John's been consistent. I didn't think they were going to trade him for Jalen Ramsey. Like, trade him and Jalen Ramsey for Mika. Like, that's insane.
All right, man. 10-7. Hey, 10-7, 9-8 incoming season for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah. I don't know, man.
I saw someone said something too, and this is what I'm not gonna clarify names. But this idiot gonna clarify. Well, if the Steelers defense, it's the Steelers defense and Bengals, not Cowboys. It's the Steelers defense and Ravens defense good, or is the Browns just bad? Like, don't diminish us just because we got these guys coming to our division. Like,
oh yeah, no. The Eagles sat there and played the damn Giants with Daniel Jones and damn Danny DeVito, the pizza tossing quarterback.
Hey, bro,
Cooper Rush for 2 games.
Hey man, that's just crazy. You out here talking about the narrative. Like, what? No, the Browns been
the rookie quarterback. Okay, he faced the rookie quarterback, Cooper Rush, and goddamn Daniel Jones, and Danny the pizza tossing DeVito. And you want to talk about, oh man, I don't know if the Steelers and the defense is legit. Man, shut y'all Mickey Mouse's ass up.
Bro, I'm telling
Mickey
you,
Mouse
bro. Eagles fans been talking since they won the Super Bowl, which I would expect. But man, as a Ravens fan, focus on y'all's. I'm a Cowboys fan too. So that being said, focus on us. As a Cowboy fan, focus on us. As a Ravens fan, focus on y'all's division, man. Like, you already know you're the best team in the division, man. We know that. But like,
we saw y'all, but some Eagles fan in the comment section got the D, man. He got to. He had to get off his chest.
Eagles fan could clarify how they feel about us, right? But it's when you say that is the Steelers defense and Ravens defense good, or is the Brown defense? I mean, it's the Browns just trash. That's where I'm just like, bro, you out of your right mind.
Is the Eagles defense really good, or do you all benefit from playing Daniel Jones, Cooper Rush, and of course my man Tommy DeVito, the pizza flipper quarterback, and then a rookie quarterback and fucking Jalen Daniels? And y'all telling me, oh man, we legit my ass. That rookie put up fucking 20. Well, that rookie put up almost 30 points on y'all. Shut the fuck up. Y'all worse than Detroit fans, man.
bruh, and this is not every Eagles fan. I'm not gonna make it direct on every Eagles fan. But it's the certain few that think that since they won the Super Bowl, that they can talk about every other team's flaws and stuff like that. When it took y'all to get Saquon Barkley just to do that, like you couldn't do that without Saquon and AJ Brown. Like don't start with that. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey man,
nah, man.
Hey man, that's just one Eagles fans, man. We sorry, but hey, y'all can't talk about quarterbacks. So y'all can't talk about teams that suck.
Outside of McNabb
that y'all face. Yeah.
Outside of McNabb and Cunningham, I don't know who else you got but out at QB. I don't know. And man, it hurts. Huh?
Man, come on, man. You sound a little hurt, man.
I know. I just don't like when people just kind of be like, well, if the Vikings offense really good, or is the Packers defense really bad because Jair left? Like,
come find out.
That clarify?
Come find out. Go guard Justin Jefferson and zero coverage. Let's figure it out. Send 7 to the line.
That's just saying. It's Jamar Chase. It's the Cincinnati Bengals real good on offense, or is the freaking Jets bad on defense when they got guys that literally can play all pro level? Like,
man, it's just a
I don't think the Jets defense is that bad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I get it, bro, but this is like it's a casual fan we talking about, D.
Hey.
Starting switched it on them. We said, is the Eagles defense really that good, or did they just benefited from playing Cooper Rush twice, Daniel Jones, and whoever the fuck was his backup was, which means probably Tommy DeVito, the pizza flipper, and the rookie Jaden Daniels, who dribbled the basketball. No, fuck that. That just reminded me of that shit, man. That nigga dribbled a fucking basketball and y'all goddamn that's a goddamn war.
Oh my gosh, bro.
No, for real. Y'all hold him to 21 points, I think, man. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all should have had done his ass worse. That motherfucker was out here warming up with a goddamn basketball and shit. Giving some goddamn Oswald ass base explanation about how fucking dribbling a basketball on turf somehow translates or correlates with throwing a fucking football. And y'all want to talk about y'all defense legit. Man, shut the fuck up, bro. I'm sorry. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, my mind. Oh, let me clarify something else to y'all too.
Yeah, no, let me clarify why the fuck did this nigga even bring a basketball on the goddamn thing. That shit still pisses me off to this goddamn day. Fuck. And y'all are still about to lose that game. Y'all almost lost the motherfucker that warmed up with a goddamn basketball on y'all home goddamn field. Motherfucker, if Jabbar Kurtz was still on that damn defense, along with Fletcher Cox and whoever else that played in that damn, like, goddamn forbid if Richie White saw that shit. That shit would have been over with. You want to talk about your defense? Your defense ain't got no dogs letting that shit slide like that. That motherfucker wouldn't score 7 if that was the 92 Eagles defense. I'm sorry, bro. Go on, man.
Probably the early 2000s defense, they wouldn't allow that, bro. We got beat off on the opposite side of the field, and then you got Troy Vincent and all them boys. Like, nah, man. Oh my gosh! But seriously though, to clarify something, man, the day we saw the Jalen Davis, when he was playing had the basketball out there on the field, y'all should have been there when OG was like pissed. OG couldn't stop talking about it. It was halftime, like the game. And he was just on a whole tangent almost all halftime about the man. He had to call his father and read about it.
Posted on my fucking story after that shit. I said, yeah, motherfucker, you lost that damn game. Should have been fucking throwing a football instead of dribbling a ball on the turf. Nigga, what? Hey, nigga, let's go ahead and bring a football on the fucking basketball court, nigga. I'm about to damn throw this shit into the goddamn net and work on my free throw routine. That's how coach, see, it works on my wrist. My wrist action. Shut the fuck up, dog. Man, who the fuck y'all letting these damn kids talk to you with this bullshit, man? My trainer told me, get your fuck ass trainer out of here, man. I don't want to see his bitch ass near any sort of the organization. in the Commanders, and this nigga telling you the damn warm up with a fucking basketball on turf. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all let that nigga score. I'm just saying, man, that's disrespectful as fuck. Y'all let a man that damn dribble a fucking basketball as a warm-up score on y'all. I don't fuck with y'all, man. Y'all ain't that good either. Shut up. Don't talk about the Ravens skills and defense.
Oh my god.
Damn, man.
Hey, first, this is the last thing I'll say. We'll move on to the next topic. Oh, it incorporated also when CJ Stroud did that too. He brought a basketball on the field. Oh.
All these kids that bring basketball on the turf field, I'm about to get the fucking Stone Cold chair and hit your shit. I'm about to hit you in the goddamn head with this shit. How about that?
Oh, God.
I'm about to warm up with a damn steel chair. Don't ask why when I get on the field. Bring a basketball and find out why.
Hey, as OG asked before we got on this live, he said, "What would your coach do if he saw you with a basketball on the field?" I said, "Dog, bro, my coach would have went up to me and told me, sir, go ahead and take your pass and everything off. You're probably not gonna play next week or the week after, and you might be the guy that might be giving out water. I don't know." You might be the guy giving out the water to the people that actually plays football instead of just incorporating basketball in a different sport. But
that sounds like every football too. I don't know, for some reason the fucking Commanders coach let that shit slide. I'll be damned.
Hey, they were winning games. They were winning games, so it's comfortable. So he was like,
they was damn near 500 around that time. They was struggling.
You right. Oh boy, you got me crying. Now my eyes are itchy. Oh, okay. So, that being said, please stop talking about.
I would never let Jalen Daniels live down that shit, dog.
Oh my gosh. All right. With that being said,
hey man, that motherfucker ain't brought the basketball out when Brian Kelly was there.
Oh, I know not.
I ain't seen him bring out a basketball with Brian Kelly. I don't know. Somehow in the NFL, he just transformed and said, "This is my warm up now." All right, dog. All right. All right.
I know what you're about to say, bro. All right, seriously though. With that being said, respectfully, if you're gonna say is the Ravens and Steelers defense is good, or is the Browns just bad, then you just trying to find something to talk about and just try to diminish us and stuff. Just because we got Jair, and this is something too. This is something else we did too. Ravens got Jair Alexander. Just because we got Jair Alexander, just because we got, we got him, it doesn't mean our defense is going to play up to par. Now, mind you, I say that because it doesn't mean, just because we got one player, it doesn't mean anything. We still got to win games. We still got to, play good defense. Again, I don't want to see Jamar Chase going for 200 and something yards on us. So I have to see that first before I clarify this is a real good defense. Secondary-wise. Right. But yeah, man. I guess this is gonna be the last topic because OG got me crying and my eyes are sore.
You got one more topic.
Huh?
You got one more?
Say it again?
You got one more topic.
Oh, with that being said, is this disrespectful? Okay,
Correct.
so what do we mean? What do we mean by it's just disrespectful? So the topic of discussion, OG knows more than me. Tracy Mcgrady had said that he could win with a championship with Shaq.
Yep, that's exactly what he said. In fact, my bad, D. I took over this.
Go ahead.
So Tracy Mcgrady and Gilbert Arenas on ESPN. I don't know when, I don't know where, how. All I just know is it was probably after somewhere in the finals because ESPN refuses to actually talk about current day fucking basketball.
Yeah.
So they had another hypothetical ass conversation where LeBron brought up ring culture on some goddamn podcast where he keeps bringing up almost every goddamn white point guard or white player in existence. JJ Redick was first on there. He got a coaching job. Now he brought on Steve Nash. I think he's trying to call up Steve Blake to see where he at to get on the podcast next.
Right.
Maybe Luke Rittenhour too. I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of funny. I'm just saying. I just pointed it out. Don't come after me. I'm just saying it's funny how he got almost. LeBron trying to collect all the white point guards that played the league to come on this podcast. He's gonna call up Mark Price next. But it's like,
Oh
But
my
it's like,
gosh, OG.
it's funny, bro. It's just like you got Nash, you went from Redick to Nash. Either way, he went on this podcast with Nash and LeBron, two players I respect and two players that I like. And most of the podcasts, obviously, when they talk, they actually talk about basketball. So good stuff a lot of people say is you talk about split screens and how they run, and they talking about different full court pressures, and then Steve Nash is bringing up what pressures you ran in high school. And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, y'all two are losing half of this audience. A lot of the times didn't even play organized basketball, y'all. So,
Yeah.
the only thing that kind of resonated was the fact that LeBron talked about ring culture and whatnot, right? And I don't know. I think LeBron's stance was pretty much like maybe it's just like rings don't matter or whatever. But I think it's more like the fact that maybe he said rings don't matter, but I don't know. I think LeBron's smart enough to know there's a nuanced conversation when we're talking about the legacy in basketball. But I know he's competitive, and I don't know. Maybe he just wants to be considered top and whatnot at legacies. But yeah, the way you win your rings and how you win your rings and when you did it matter. Because to me, the most important ring that LeBron was when he went back to Cavs in 2015-16 season. That was his most important ring.
Right.
Just was. That's my opinion. But to answer the question that Gil and Tracy McGrady talked about it on the whatever stupid ass ESPN show they got for basketball, man. Right?
Right.
So, Tracy and Gil just talking about, Gil said, look, Kobe was always viewed as a sidekick for the first two rings, right?
Right.
To Shaq. Not the dominant play that we see, coming with those seasons where he averaged 30 and whatnot. So, just kind of piggybacking off of T-Mac, because T-Mac averaged 30 a season before Kobe and whatnot and blah, 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 this and that, right? So all T-Mac really just says is the fact that, hey, I can win a ring with Shaq if I had Shaq, right?
Right.
People got in their feelings, they got hurt, they said blah, 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 this and that. Oh, well, T-Mac had Yao and this and that. Look, I was young enough to watch some of the playoff series. Most of those seasons, either T-Mac and Yao kind of traded off when they was hurt. And really, the time that I want to say T-Mac and Yao probably played maybe 6 to 7 seasons together. 6 to 7 seasons together, right? So, the legitimate seasons that they actually had a chance of winning was probably 07, 08, 08, and 09, 09, 010. T-Mac was gone by 09 and 010. The year that they got out the first round, like they like to assault T-Mac for not getting past, T-Mac got hurt. Now, I'm not about to sit here and lie and just be like, oh man, I think if Tracy McGrady wasn't here for that season, right, they would have lost to Portland because Tracy McGrady's the champion. I ain't about to say that stupid shit. More than likely, they would have beaten fucking Portland in that damn first round. And then in the second round, when they get against the damn, was it the Lakers? They probably would have went to 7 or 6, who knows, and probably still would have lost too. All I just know is that the fact that Tracy McGrady can win a ring with Shaq. I could give him one. 3-peat and whatnot, like Gil even said it too. A lot of players just didn't have the will to kill like Kobe. But is it disrespect just to say that, yeah, I didn't find it disrespectful, man? Because my thing is, you got people talking about, well, all these hypotheticals. Well, everybody talks about hypotheticals. Y'all just like to despair. Y'all just like to diminish the ones that you just don't like when you feel like it's offending your favorite play. I'm not saying it is. And nor was it ever the conversation that people were diminishing Kobe. Literally, the topic was, do you think that T-Mac can win a championship with Shaq? I said, yeah, obviously he can. Especially if we just talking about still in the East. You think of like a team, I'll put it like this. I told D, I said, you think let's give T-Mac down Gilbert's team, right? At its best. Where they took at its best, right? Where I want to say they took Cavaliers to 6. So I just want to make sure I'm getting this roster right. Hold on, my bad, D.
You like that, boy?
Let me make sure I get this roster right?
Oh, that being said, I guess I'll say this, man. Y'all enjoying this so far, man. It's been really funny. Again, hopefully y'all enjoying, you know what I'm saying, Yeah, make
So
sure
they took-
Scott and shit.
So they went to there. So when they took the Cavs to 6 in the 08-09 season, right? Same season that the Rockets went second round of the damn championship, right? I say if you take that same team back, that guy hurt that season, right? Let's just say he doesn't get hurt and he plays the full season. We're not even talking about Prime Team Mac, because with Prime Team Mac, we already know his ass gone. And with Prime Team Mac, with Prime Team Mac, we already know. But let's just say if you gave C-Mac what Gilbert had, right? 08 and 09, right? So you got Andre Blatch, that power forward, Caron Butler, Antoine Caron, 2 20-point scorers, basically. C-Mac, 26 to 30-point scorer around this time, either between 20 or 25, right?
Right.
Young Nick Young, let's see, and Brendan Haywood at center, right? Antonio Daniels as well, too, right? As a backup point. Oh, yeah, Deshaun Stevenson. You think that T-Mac could have win? You think T-Mac could at least get to the finals with that team, or even win a championship with that team? You're saying? I'm just saying that's what Gilbert was working with. That's all. Now we just talking about with Shaq and a couple of other pieces that fell. Y'all want to sit here and tell me y'all don't think that T-Mac can win the championship? Motherfucker, I sat there and listened to I sat here and listened to the NBA media talk about how the Suns were going to win a damn championship every goddamn season after Steve Nash won the fucking MVPs. Knowing damn well he couldn't even get past your boy or the Spurs, which is the Lakers and the Spurs. And you want to sit here and tell me that T-Mac couldn't win a damn championship? He almost got beat out the first round. Where the fuck is that with Steve Nash? Steve Nash only been to one conference finals. That's with Dallas. Get that. I'm not even sure if it was with Dallas. It might have been with the Suns. I don't even think that either. I think Steve Nash ever got to a conference finals before. Might be tripping. I don't think so.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you got players that you don't like. You switch the narrative to damn diminish them and like that. When people want to make a fucking fun of Carmelo, when you call him a playoff loser or what that, he's only 2 games from damn beating the damn Lakers to go to the damn finals against the damn Orlando Magic. Same thing with Nash. Nash can't get past the second round, blah, 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 this and that. But y'all don't talk, I mean, I don't get it. It's just like y'all pick and choose when it kind of comes to damn disrespect or what y'all seen disrespect. What T-Mac said wasn't really disrespect. It was more like the fact that I'm just giving you a hypothetical. There's nothing wrong with goddamn hypotheticals, because that's just what we have in this current today's NBA basketball talk. Y'all don't talk about fucking basketball at all.
Oh. Speaking of Z, you on here? We talking about the Kobe situation. I know you felt like Kobe got disrespected in the comments when they talked about T-Mac. He can win a championship. Now we talking about that right now, just to clarify. So
we talking about that right now, but it's just like I said. My thing is just like Kobe really didn't really get disrespected. All T-Mac said, I can win a championship with Shaq at his best. Oh yeah, you can. And you just filling the pieces, yeah. And then around the East at that time, who the fuck they gotta go to? A young ass Cavs team, an old ass Detroit team, and then that's pretty much it. And we'll get the fuck whatever the fuck Kenyon and Kerry Kittles and fucking Jason Kidd got going on with the Nets. I mean, fuck it. I told you what Tracy McGrady used to do to them when Kenyon wanted to sit there and talk shit. 49, 13, and 12. So I'm just saying, that man can win a championship with Shaq. Yeah, I think he can.
I'm weighing a little bit because I don't have because I only know about this from just sitting down and just listening to it from when Yasmin was about to pick me up. And this is another thing I want to say before I continue. We gotta stop diminishing players because of them winning only one championship with the teams that they have been with,
or none.
So, yeah, or none, right? So the thing is
hard to win in this league, man.
Yeah, it is, and especially when you got a team like Giannis that has the teams that he had, he couldn't run through the East. He couldn't run.
T-Mac. Giannis was T-Mac.
That's why Giannis. Remember what I told you when I said that they said that Giannis.
Oh yeah, they did say that about Giannis. Yeah, I think. My bad. Clarify. Yeah. Now that's disrespectful because it's like he's still going. Giannis is only what 30. He just turned 30.
Yeah, not 30.
Like, listen, he just turned 30. I think his birthday wasn't too long ago. He just turned 30. That is disrespectful. Because my thing is, and he had good teams, and it's just like the fact. Look, man. The year that he had Brogdon and Middleton and all that, and the mixture of better. So the mixture with the vets was the year before he went against Toronto. I forgot who they lost to in the East. I forgot, to be honest. It's been a while. But that year that they went against Toronto, with Brogdon and all of them, the better team just won. Kawhi played really good defense on Giannis, man. Why the hell, like dog? Everybody got. My thing is, no matter what year, there's gonna be always something for players to work on with their game, man. So, I mean, you could call Giannis like a pup around that time or whatever when he lost to Toronto and with that. But it's like, I'm not going to hold that against him. I still think he played good, even with Kawhi playing great defense on him. And I think they did have enough talent to kind of, they had enough talent to get, they had enough talent to go against, like, Golden State and make it a game, but the better team just won.
Yeah, in fact, I think one of those years they lost to Boston.
I think so. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
So the thing is like, bro, just because Giannis didn't have the quote unquote, it has only won one championship. The East at that time was so hard to get through. Like, of course, earlier on you had the Cavs.
Mm-hmm.
Then earlier on you had either Boston or Toronto getting in the way of things. You know what I'm saying? Especially the Cavs, that whole stretch of like 2014 to 2016, like he couldn't get through that. You know what I'm saying?
No, he couldn't, but it's like, I mean, Giannis really emerged around 2016. So it's like the Giannis we know, he really emerged around like 2016, 2017. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, I mean, you don't really give a shit about ring culture. Ring culture is only used with players like you like.
Yeah.
So you'll use it to diminish or enhance a player depending on who you like or who you don't like. That's what most NBA modern conversations become to. Because what I told you, we don't really talk about basketball. We don't really talk about what goes on that court, X and O. None of the YouTube channels do it because, I mean, we got a fat ass over here that ain't never really fucking played basketball. Want to sit here and tell you like he the fucking authority over fucking basketball and shit. I have yet to see this nigga talk about any sort of X and O, any sort of goddamn screens. This nigga just took a fucking YouTube clip, pauses, says his opinion on it, and now he wants to tell you that this is law. Shut up, dog. Why don't you double team Kobe? Because usually when you double team the motherfucker, he gonna take the damn shot. And man, what's the damn main thing we always make fun of Kobe for not doing?
Passing.
Why not make him take the damn contested shot, dog? Why are you double team Kobe with Shaq sitting there in the paint? Because more than likely he'll take the damn shot, jackass.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, even Shaq told you back then that day, hey Kobe, there's an I in team. Yeah, then like Kobe said, yeah, but there's an ME in that motherfucker. That's who it was.
He said Tracy, Z-Man said Tracy said that he'll carry the Lakers too. And that's a lie for sure. And Tracy couldn't even get out the first round. But to that point, I think he's gonna continue to text because it's not. I don't know.
Go ahead. But my thing is like the fact that I gotta see. To me, Tracy. I know Tracy said if he was in that situation, he could do the same thing like Kobe in the game. I don't know. I think they get one with Shaq. That's all I think. I know for sure Tracy can get one. Now, the reason why, I don't think people realize even how good the West was back then, right? With those teams. Now, and I'm trying to say, that's what the difference between Kobe and Tracy McGrady is. Because when that Utah team with Booz and Karolinko and Fish, Derek Fish and Darren Willis and all them, they lost in 7. Kobe was giving them the damn work in the second round that Utah faced them. I'll give him that. But Tracy wasn't the reason why they lost that game. He just wasn't. There was no playoff series the reason that Tracy was the reason why. I think what fucking happened in one of them series too. That like Luis Scola like lost the ball and lost the ball in one of the lost the ball in one of the possessions, and then it went out of bounds, and then pretty much that was the game. I mean, you go back and look at them games, you can't really point that Tracy was the reason why they lost. So it's like, I get it, but it's just like, it's different because if you put, like, I mean, the West was hard back then. You put that fucking Cavaliers team in the damn West. Are they getting out the first round with LeBron and all them, with fucking Varejao, Eric Snow and all them? They beat some of them teams in the regular season, but we talking about like a 7-game series now.
I'm just kind of waiting for Z. I'm just kind of waiting for my Z to say something.
I'm just putting it in context. I don't really find that disrespectful.
Now, I must ask a question. I think Z, I don't know if Z's on here still. There is 3 people in the chat. So Z, how many championships do you think Kobe would win? And this is not being disrespectful. How many rings do you think? Oh, they probably could get one. They probably could get one, but Kobe made that team work. And Shaq said himself, because Shaq was lazy and Kobe was the only person getting on him everything.
And we're not denying that. Tracy's not denying that. You know what I'm saying? All Tracy really said that he could get one with Shaq. A ring. He didn't say multiple rings. Tracy said a ring. I gotta give it to him. I don't really get what's disrespectful or not, man. I don't get it. My damn, like they said, Tracy was really done after that first knee injury. He wasn't really the same no more. And then, I mean, same thing with the first round thing too. I just told D, when the Rockets went into the second round, once they beat Portland 08-09, Tracy was hurt. We can't sit here and act like if Tracy was on that team, the same outcome would have happened. They would have beat Portland with Tracy or not. It's like, I mean, the same thing like they used to do with Chris Paul. Remember they said he couldn't get out the second round? The same.
Dog, now y'all both got me thinking. Because I wanted to ask this question. But I must say this. I must say how in a perspective, and I'm just kind of going off of what fans would probably think. So what you're saying, it basically is saying like, so what you're saying is Kobe needed, but what version of Tracy we getting? Because 2000 to 2002 version is not helping.
Yeah, he is. That's the one that scored 30. That's Brian Tracy. What you want, the old bad knee Tracy?
I think he's talking about Houston Tracy. Honestly.
Then he said 2000, 2002, that's Orlando Tracy. Tracy McGrady is in his prime. He can get you one championship. Tracy McGrady ain't a bad defender.
Z. Claire, I mean, which team?
He clarified it, D. 2000 and 2002 was Orlando Tracy McGrady.
So that means that would be probably the next team being Houston, right? Would that be the next? After 2002, wouldn't that be Houston?
Nah, Tracy came to Houston around like 05, like 06, something like that. So you talking about Tracy where his best player was a goddamn young ass Mike Miller and old Grant Hill with bum knees too. You give him Shaq and structure with Phil Jackson and them, yeah, he winning. And Tracy was never a bad defender. He ain't as good as a defender as Kobe. But if you're talking about, you look at blocks and steals and averages, it's not too far. I ain't never heard the way they say Tracy McGrady was a bad defender. I'm saying, he's helping.
Z. All right, so
not only that, Tracy McGrady was always a better 3-point shooter than Kobe. That's not a lie. Tracy McGrady was a better 3-point shooter than Kobe.
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm just now kind of waiting for Z to respond. I kind of want to know.
Why we acting like Tracy? I don't know. I just feel like we talking crazy, like we acting like Tracy would have won a ring with the Lakers team. Now we can talk about the 3-peat and all that. We can talk about that. But one, I think it's the fucking Nets too. Like when the Lakers went against the fucking Nets, man. Tracy was giving belt to ass to fucking Kenyon and Jason Kidd and all the boys.
Tracy was a decent defender because of his size, and yes, of course, he's a better shooter.
So that's my thing. It's just like 2000 and 2002. What the Lakers did win against the Nets in one of those finals. I told you what Tracy did to fucking Kenyon. 43, 49, 13, 11. I'm just saying, that's around time with Tracy in that Orlando era. I'm just saying, that Nets finals, Tracy probably put a belt to ass on that fucking Nets team too. Him and Shaq.
I kind of love this. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of love it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm loving this. I ain't gonna lie.
Mind you, think about what we're talking about. This says we're not even disrespecting Kobe, and neither was Tracy. All Tracy was saying, with my skill set and what I got, you think I can't get a ring with Shaq? That's all he's saying. Because when it comes down to legacy, we gotta give it to him. Tracy, one of the damn best players that ever picked up a ball in this league. Same thing with like Kevin Durant when we talk about how the way he won his rings. Yeah, I'm just saying. Man. Because I think, like I told you, man, I'm just saying, if it wasn't for fucking Billy Donovan's stupid ass for losing a damn 3-0 lead to fucking Golden State, I'm just saying, we're talking about KD and the OKC Thunder a little bit different, but you know, Billy Donovan, his dumb ass, wanted to go ahead and fuck over the game and shit. I still ain't let that playoff series go, dumb ass, man. Or you want to fucking leave?
Oh my God. So now I gotta ask this question. I gotta ask. Now this might be this. I'm not. Wait. But that's the year Kobe and Shaq was fighting because of his laziness. Do you think Tracy handled that? Okay, see. He said, "Okay, see." He started laughing. So
yeah, man. That 3-1 lead, man. The fuck, man. The stupid ass Billy Donovan.
He said. So Z said, but that's the year Kobe and Shaq was fighting because of his laziness. And you think? And do you think Tracy could handle that?
Yeah. If we talk about the kill mode, that damn. Because my thing is the laziness aspect. Let me tell you how it really got handled. Because Shaq said it. Shaq, you know, Kobe was fucking around with him, calling him damn fat and shit. So he pissed off Shaq one day till Shaq chased his ass around like the gym, right? Now, mind you, I don't even know if Shaq even kind of lost weight as the time went on. To be honest with you, I don't think he too much did. He probably stayed the damn same, or lost a little bit of weight due to the play-in season, right? So my thing is the fact that Tracy wouldn't approach it like Kobe, probably wouldn't curse him out and whatnot. But I would say that they'll still find a way to win. Because my thing is, it wasn't like Shaq, when they bring up that Kobe thing, it wasn't like Kobe motivated Shaq to the fact that he and his ass need to get in shape. Shaq ass never really got in shape. I mean, look when his ass got to Miami.
Right.
He really never really kind of got in shape. So it's more like the fact that they still kind of found a way to win, even though they was butted heads or whatnot. And really, with G-Mac, they will probably talk about it. Who knows how it would have gone? And they still win the championship.
He said Kobe was not playing.
Yeah, he was just talk shit though. You can't make that big ass man do anything. That's the thing of that. Like Kobe wasn't playing, but at the same time, Kobe called his ass fat and then ran. Shaq's just too fucking big to damn be there trying to punch up on him and push him.
He said, and Shaq said he got up to 400 pounds. He was out of shape.
Did he really even? I never heard Shaq say he lost it. I never heard Shaq say that Kobe motivated him to go to the gym. I don't remember hearing that. He's made about talking the same.
See, in fact, I don't even think he mentioned. I think in an interview with him and Kobe, he said, I can't remember honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
I remember. I just know one Shaq interview where Shaq and Kobe did the podcast together, and they joked about where Kobe said, "Yeah, I called you fat one day when we was in the damn gym." And I said, "Your fat ass need to lose some damn weight," and that pissed you off. And then, like Kobe said, you chased me around the gym, and then Kobe joked like, "Yeah, I was trying to get your ass in shape."
He said, "Yeah, that's why he left." That's why he left to Miami. But yeah, man.
Well, the same thing, we're not talking about the three-peat though. We just say that. So all Tracy just said, can he win one with Shaq? He can win a ring with Shaq. All the multiple rings, we give that to Kobe. Kobe's performance against the Spurs or whatnot. And some of them games where both of them had to when one was having a bad game, one had to not. We don't know if Tracy would do in those situations. We give that to Kobe, right? The one thing all Tracy said was, I can win a ring. And I think he can. Mostly, probably against the Nets.
Yeah, you right. Hey, so you right. He said Kobe and Shaq was trying to meet up with when he was in Miami to fight. Yeah. That's
on that Christmas game, man.
About to say the craziest thing was when, but what year of Tracy? He wants to know.
Any year between, like you said, 2000, 2002 in Orlando. The year when, let's say, Tracy was averaging 30. Anywhere in this I want to say the year Tracy was averaging 30. Let's just say that was when he was the most mature, right? When his game at his top, he can win a ring with Shaq. He can. That's my thing.
Oh boy, this is good. This is good.
But that year that the year that Shaq won that championship in Miami, Shaq did say Shaq said some smart shit that pissed off Kobe too. I forgot what it was. It kept killing me up. He said something smart. I forgot what it was.
He said that's cap all day, but I digress.
T-Mac, that's cap all day again. What? That he thinks that
he does not think Orlando
T-Mac can win a championship against the Nets. You got it. With Shaq. You got it. When he was giving the business to the Nets. You got it.
He doesn't think Orlando. He does not think Orlando. He's gonna stick with. I said that's his opinion.
Hey, man. He said he feel like that's cap. I said T-Mac most definitely win the championship with Shaq and Fish, Rick Fox, and all them cats.
Hey, y'all let us know in the comment section though. Like
Devin George and all them. I think T-Mac will win championship against the Nets with them.
Scoring is not all of it, man.
That has nothing to do with scoring. T-Mac wasn't just a scorer.
Oh my gosh. Look up something for me real quick.
My thing is, T-Mac's and Kobe's game is similar. The only thing we say that makes the difference is Kobe's a better defender where T-Mac's a shooter. We ain't talking about like Kobe was distributing the ball. That's what they have Fish for.
Yeah.
So we just saying.
He said Tracy is still my top 5 player though. So.
I got you. Well, I'm just saying. It would be the way the Nets were struggling to defend Tracy in that same year that the Lakers won. It probably would have happened in the finals too. Would have been belt to ass. What are you saying?
Oh boy, hey man.
I'm just saying, man. I am nowhere saying Tracy is better than Kobe. You don't got the killer mentality he does. All I'm saying, he can win one with Shaq. Now, Gilbert's ass, fuck no. You can't win shit with Gilbert's ass can't win shit. You give Kobe like I said, you give fucking Kobe and damn Tracy, Karan, and Antoine averaging 20 and shit. Motherfucker, they winning the East. No debate. Nigga losing in the first round to the Cavs multiple times with fucking Eric Snow and Anthony Varejao. Shut the fuck up, Gil.
Let's see. Oh boy, yeah, we gotta end this conversation though, because it is becoming an hour and 40 minutes of us being on the podcast, man. If you got one last thing you can say, I believe he can win one, but get off Gil, man.
No, I can't, bro. That nigga talk too much shit. I sat there as a little kid watching them teams with Twan and Karan. I was like, you got 3 niggas that average 20 and they can't get past fucking Eric Snow, fucking Boobie Gibson, my boy LeBron, Big C, and fucking Anthony Varejao. These niggas out here losing in Game 6 and Game 7, bro. I can't. And this nigga want to sit here and talk shit about what Gil want to do or what I done with the team. Man, shut up, bro.
He said he do, man. Oh my gosh! I wish, hey Z, I wish I could continue this conversation, bro. But we got to get off here because we gotta try to get this out as soon as possible, man. Man, I appreciate you for being on. You know, I'll text you personally and get your opinions on it. OG, I'll call you after this and get your opinions on it. Speaking of opinions, y'all let us know in the comment section below. Is it disrespectful for Tracy to say that he can win one championship with Shaq? And another thing, I'm not trying to start a debate.
Yeah.
If Tracy played, all right, man, peace, God bless. Thank you so much. If Tracy played with the Lakers, could Tracy play with the Lakers and do the same thing? Or
yeah, like you said, can he do the same thing like Kobe? My thing
he
is
do the same thing like Kobe. And could Kobe go to Orlando, which he was supposed to go to Charlotte, right? Yeah,
he wanted Charlotte.
Could Kobe actually do what Tracy did on Orlando? If they had the same history.
Kobe can score 30. I'll put it. I want to give my opinion. I want to kind of give my opinion on this. But like you said, put that in the chat. What y'all think? Kobe can score 30 in Orlando, do all that shit. Wouldn't satisfy him because they losing, right? Just wouldn't. Right. Tracy probably wins one ring in Lakers. I don't know about the 3-peat. I don't think so. I really think Tracy might lose one of those Spurs series. So that's my educated guess. But Gil, you wouldn't do shit. No hypotheticals.
All right, podcast community, man. Z man, thank you so much. You know, one of my best friends. I knew Z was gonna come on here because I said that in the beginning of the podcast that he was gonna be on here.
Yes, sir.
And he was gonna say something. Again, that being said, man, appreciate y'all for watching. I'm not gonna lie, OG, the video that some parts you froze and some parts you blurred, and I'm just gonna clarify that right now.
Okay.
You're still good though. But with that being said, again, I appreciate y'all.
Man, if you could, let's get it. Oh, my bad. Hey. With parts where I froze, just gotta put a picture up like especially a picture of fucking Eric Snow and Boobie Gibson. Just put that shit up next to me.
Yes. Yes, man. This was one of the best podcasts we've done in a while, man. And that's not no disrespect to any other podcast, but
Boobie Gibson after the very fucking Ogalskis.
But we be having talks like this sometimes, man, where we have people, having a good time with us in the comments. Again, I do want to build this Instagram up. And so, if you're watching from Instagram or if you see us on Instagram, man, make sure to follow us on Instagram. We want to make sure to have as many people watching the podcast live as we do until I get that Lenovo and actually be able to talk on an actual camera. For right now, I think this has been working so far. So again, I appreciate y'all for watching. I love y'all. OG, you got anything to say?
Still lost the damn Boobie Gibson, Delonte West. And he wanted to tell you what he would have won. All right, dog.
Oh, hey, with that being said, Roland, happy birthday again, brother. Again, hope you enjoyed your birthday. This video has been coming out on, or this video has been done on the 30th. So it's gonna be days forward. We're gonna be in July. It's my birth month next month, so I'll be 23. But we ain't gonna worry about that right now. That's like 16 days from now, so we ain't worried about that. Again, appreciate y'all, boys. Love y'all, and we're out.
All right, peace.